back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to do a quick review on Agency Skincare. Basically just to follow up with the first video that I posted. I have been using it now for about maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I have seen a significant difference. It kind of gives me, kind of the effects you would get when using Retin A or tretinoin gel on your skin. It does have an anti-aging effect, which basically uses exfoliation and taking off the first layer of skin to reveal new skin. So that has resulted in a lot more elasticity underneath my eyes. If you were looking for something that's, quick and fast working, I would definitely check out Agency. Like I said, it does give similar effects to using tretinoin gel or tretinoin cream. I do know you can basically help with anti-aging underneath the eyes using that. But you do need to be very cautious. Usually I would recommend going through a dermatologist and getting them to recommend that to you or to prescribe that to you, and basically give you a sensible routine to which you don't end up harming or hurting yourself in any way. Now, why I say this is because, like I said, you can get very similar results using tretinoin gel. The only side effect that I've noticed with using that is dry eyes. Now, if you suffer from dry eyes, this might be really uncomfortable for you. Personally, in my experience, I have seen that basically it bothers you to where you basically have to keep reapplying, I want to say, like fake tears or eye drops to keep your eyes lubricated. And that can be uncomfortable while, I guess, going through your day-to-day, especially if, you're someone that basically works 9 to 5 or works in the office, and basically needs to be very visual. If you need to read, you need to look at documents, that can be really straining to the eyes. Like I said, very uncomfortable. So I would definitely look into Agency Skincare. The one thing I did notice while using this product, and let me actually show you the specific products I'm talking about right now. I have multiple of these products. I believe I showed you almost everything in the last video. But the specific one I'm talking about in this video would be the Agency Skincare Eye Formula. And it contains tretinoin 0.2%, dexpanthenol 1%, I don't know how to pronounce the other name, but I will put it down in the description box below. Caffeine 1%, and it basically gives you instructions on how to use it. Basically, it will tell you to use it every night before going to bed. Now, one thing I do really like about this is the consistency. It does have I believe an ointment style consistency. And I don't know what is used in that or in this product to give it that consistency, but I believe because it does come in an ointment form, that does keep the eyes very hydrated. So the issues you would get with just using tretinoin underneath the eyes, you probably would not get with this, because the ointment formula keeps your eyes very lubricated and stops your eyes from feeling dry and uncomfortable. I do believe you can get the same effect by just using tretinoin. But if you're going that route, I would try to keep that concentration very low. Like I said, I will say this, I am not the dermatologist, I'm not a doctor or a licensed practitioner. I'm just giving advice based on my experience. Um, if you did choose to go the tretinoin route, I do believe that it would give you a similar effect, but my recommendation would be to get the cream instead of the gel to keep underneath your eyes hydrated, and to keep it at a very low concentration. I don't know if tretinoin comes in let's see, 0.02% in other forms. I know I have seen 0.05%, and basically 0.1%, and those would be the stronger formulas for acne and, like I said, anti-aging on the face. But if you are looking for something underneath the eyes, I would look into maybe finding a pharmacist or a licensed practitioner that can help you compound that formula. I will also say the caffeine in this does do a good job of keeping the eyes awake, so it does have kind of a brightening effect. So overall, I do really think this is a really good product. Uh, and yeah, I would recommend it to any of my followers. Now, I'm gonna also talk about this. It does have a pretty steep price point, but the good thing about Agency is they allow you to try out their products for about $5 before actually investing full on into their skincare routine. And they do customize that skincare routine based on your skin type and feedback that you give to your practitioner. I do really love that because that means you're keeping in contact with you to know how it's affecting your skin, not just giving you a product and basically expecting you to, fall in love with it. I believe that not one size fits all or everyone. And personally, I have dry skin, so there's certain products, dry and sensitive skin, sorry. So there's certain products that I will use on my skin that just don't work or that irritate my skin to where I just can't enjoy using the product. But the fact that they take that much care into each individual skin or skincare needs is one thing I really do love about Agency Skincare. So now I'm going to do a review on the rest of the products. Personally, this is the Cloud Care Weightless Whip Moisturizer. I personally did not like this product. I don't believe it really did a good job of moisturizing my skin, but I will say maybe for somebody with oily skin, this would be a perfect product because it is very lightweight. It comes out thick, but it is lightweight when you put it on. So if you have drier skin, I don't believe it's going to do a good job of moisturizing your skin or absorbing into the skin. It gives the type of moisturizer that evaporates, a few hours after you put it on your skin. But I do believe that if you have oily skin, this would do a good job of balancing out the sebum and oil production on your skin without clogging your pores, basically. The next products I'm going to review would be their Cloud Care Cream Oil Cleanser. Now, you guys already know how I feel about this. I am in love with this product. I wish it came in a bigger container. I believe it does, but like I said, if you're trying out the samples, it's probably going to come in this size. When I tell you, I feel like I've been sleeping on using an oil cleanser, in my routine. I'm used to using kind of like almond oil and like coconut oil, like lightweight oils that won't clog my pores but do a good job of exfoliating. But the fact that they have a cream version of this just keeps your skin so moisturized right after washing, but it does a really good job of getting all the makeup off your skin. And that's one thing I struggle with because I am a professional. I do like to wear makeup when I'm going to work, when when I'm making YouTube videos and just in general overall. So if you're somebody that wears makeup a lot, this is a staple. You should have this in your routine. Agency did a really good job making this product. And yeah, this is probably going to be one of my go-tos, one of the products that I end up sticking with out of this routine. The next one I want to talk about will be the Dark Spot formula. Now, I love this. I love this. I'm gonna say, instead of using this on my face, I have been using it on my pits. I know that sounds weird, but I've always struggled with hyperpigmentation because I do have eczema and, like I said, sensitive skin. So if I try out a product and my body doesn't like it, it's literally gonna flare up. It's gonna show how it feels about the product through, again, hyperpigmentation. And I have to try out, should I say, products that can kind of keep that at bay for me. Now, I did use, give me 1 second. I did use the Lumi milled acid bar soap. I believe it contains glycolic acid in it, and it's supposed to help with basically overall, should I say, bacteria on the skin, and just helping you smell good during the day, and helping you exfoliate your skin. Now, the one side effect I got from that, unfortunately, is that it ended up darkening my pits extremely bad. And I did not know that would be a side effect of using that bar soap. So I did discontinue use, but it did leave me with darker pits. So I basically ended up getting this product, not to use on my face, but I did want to see how it would work underneath my pits. And when I tell you, in underneath 1 week, I ended up seeing a difference. It lightened my underarms significantly. Now, I do know that that's because it contains ingredients such as hydroquinone, kojic acid, azelaic acid, hydrocortisone. And these are all like really good, should I say, ingredients, active ingredients, when trying to lighten a specific area of your skin. Now, for me, I've been very careful while using this product. I try not to use it on my face because I do know certain acids tend to thin out the skin over time. But I do think this has been a godsend. I would just use it, I would use it for as long as you need to. Try to limit use, so maybe not every day. Actually here they would basically say apply to face twice daily, but personally I like to use it maybe once every 2 days, that kind of thing, or once every other day. That way I know I'm lightening it, but I'm still maintaining the integrity of my skin. With doing that as well, I do recommend using ingredients such as vitamin E, oil to kind of help with regenerating the skin. That way you're not losing out too much on, you know, basically just your skin, or I guess your skin integrity, let me say that. And the last product I'm going to review is going to be the Agency Future Formula. Now this product I really do like. It's perfect if you're a beginner or you're just starting out with anti-aging. But I will say, personally, I would just recommend using tretinoin straight out of the tube. I feel like you would get similar effects to using this product, but it is a nice product if you just want something that's like passively anti-aging, like something you don't have to think about. Personally, I just kind of added to my skincare routine. I would literally just take my moisturizer, maybe put a little bit of this in there, and apply it to the rest of my face. And then right after, please guys, please make sure you're using sunscreen. I live in Dallas. It is hot and gotten sunburned twice just being here. And it's basically put me on my toes about, making sure I have some form of sun protection. Now, think about it this way: as you're exfoliating your skin, you're making way for new skin to come out. Before that skin becomes, should I say, strong and durable, it's going to be very sensitive. So it's just like having an injury and exposing it to the sun. You're basically making yourself darker by not protecting your skin while it's still trying to heal. So I just want to emphasize, please use some protection. Personally, I've been using the La Roche-Posay sunscreen in, I think it's the Anthelios sunscreen, the orange and white pack, in SPF 30. One that I do really want to try out, and I'll probably be making a video on it next, right after this, would be the Skin Aqua, I believe SPF 50 lightweight sunscreen. I should be getting that very soon, so let me know down in the comments below if you would like me to do a review on that. Another one I would like to try out would also be the Nivea Skin, I believe, lightweight water gel sunscreen. And they're both about SPF 50, even more than that. But like I said, I do live in Dallas, so the sun here is extreme. And I do want something lightweight that's not gonna, kind of hurt my eyes or clog my pores over the day. It's something that can kind of stay underneath makeup, not make me oily, that kind of thing. So I am trying out different products to see what's gonna work for my skin the best. And if you guys wanna know how those products work over time, then just stay tuned and let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, just gonna round up this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This would be my quick updated review on Agency Skincare, and let me know if you end up trying it out. Thank you.